Вы будете? О, латвийском. О, окей. Я не понимаю. Нет проблем. Продолжаем. Nama Danta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Vaishnavebhyo Namaha. We offer our respects to all the devotees. And how are all of you? You're tired, aren't you?
Yes, I've no
Look at you, you're tired. Anyway, let's do a little, if you don't mind me saying in Russian, Malankaya, Vaishnavskaya, Uprajneno, Posli Mania. Posli Mania. Понимаете? Okay. Hare Krishna! Еще раз. Глубоко вдохнуть. Hare Krishna! Okay, thank you. Paldes. So, you know, actually yesterday and the day before, at our programs, we were talking about Srila Prabhupada.
Patiesībā vakar un vēl dienu iepriekš mūsu programmās mēs runājām par Srilu Prabhupādu.
Prabhupada, you know, is such an amazing, incredible, transcendental character.
Prabhupāda bija ļoti vienreizējs un transcendentāls.
And, you know, a person on his level, you can't exactly just understand.
Tāda līmeņa personības nevar tā vienkārši saprast.
You know, you can understand, you can get some understanding here and there.
Jūs varat kaut ko šo to noprast.
But you can't just like completely understand him like, yeah, I know him, I know all about him.
Bet jūs nevarat viņu tā pilnībā saprast, ka jā, es viņu esmu pilnībā izpratis.
There's a verse actually, I think it's Chaitanya Charitamrita. Vaishnavira Kriya Mudra Vigyeha Na Pujaya means, well, basically it just means that it's impossible to understand a pure Vaishnava.
Chaitanya Charitamritā ir šāds pants, kā Maharaja teica, un ir tajā teikts, ka ir grūti saprast tīru Vaishnavu, neiespējami saprast.
Yeah, so, but we can hear the glories, the pastimes, we can hear about the qualities of these devotees.
Bet mēs varam klausīties par viņu slavu, par viņa raksturīpašībām, par šo tīro Vaishnavu.
And these give us insights into who the person is, what the person is.
Un tas var dot mums ieskatu par to, kāda ir šī personība un kas tieši ir šī personība.
Of course, when it comes to a very great devotee like Srila Prabhupada, also, you know, to understand him very much, you have to serve him.
Un, ja mēs runājam par tādu dižanu personību kā Srila Prabhupādu, lai mēs viņu saprastu, mums ir vajadzīgs viņam kalpot.
Yeah, through that, well, you know, Krishna says actually in Bhagavad Gita 4:34.
Krishna saka Bhagavad Gita, pāns 4:34.
Anyway, I'm sure some of you know that verse. It's such an important verse.
Un es esmu drošs, ka daudz no jums šo pantu zina, kas ir ļoti svarīgs pants.
Pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshanaha means if you want to learn the truth, approach a spiritual master.
Un tas nozīmē, ja jūs vēlaties uzzināt patiesību, jums ir jāuzdod jautājumi garīgiem skolotājiem.
And when you do that, you must approach. There are two considerations, two aspects to how you must approach him.
Un kad jūs pie viņa tā kā dodaties, tad ir divi aspekti, kas jums jāņem vērā, pirms jūs pie viņa vēršaties.
First is pariprashnena. Prashna means question.
Pirmais ir pariprashnena. Prashna nozīmē jautājums.
Yeah, that's Sanskrit, but it's the same in Hindi too.
Tas ir sanskrits, bet arī hindi valodā tas nozīmē to pašu.
Prashna, you must ask questions.
Jautājums, jums ir jāuzdod jautājumu.
Understanding Krishna, and understanding. He was in Mayapur.
Vienreiz Prabhupada bija Mayapurā.
And he was up. At that time it was like what, about probably 75, something like that. There was only one building in our ISKCON Mayapur.
Un tajā laikā tas bija apmēram 75. gads, un tajā laikā bija tikai viena ēka visā Mayapurā, kas piedēja ISKCONam.
So Prabhupada was up on the top of that one building with one other devotee.
Un Prabhupada bija uz šīs mājas jumta kopā ar vēl kādu bhaktu.
And so they're looking around the Mayapur area.
Un viņi skatījās apkārt uz šo Mayapūras apgabalu.
Mayapur is very flat, completely flat.
Un Mayapūra viņiem līdzena, pilnīgi līdzena.
But it's very beautiful, it's very green, tropical climate.
Bet tā ir ļoti skaisti, jo viņi ir zaļā un tropiskā klimatā.
On one side is the Ganges.
Vienā pusē ir Ganga.
So Prabhupada was talking to this one devotee.
Un Prabhupada runāja ar šo vienu bhaktu.
And Prabhupada was saying that this Mayapur is just so wonderful.
Un Prabhupada teica, ka šī Mayapūra tā ir tik ļoti brīnišķīga.
Prabhupada said, we will develop it so the whole world can come.
Un Prabhupada teica, mēs to attīstīsim tā, ka te varēs atbraukt visu pasauli.
Because if the whole world comes, they'll see Mayapur and it'll just have such a powerful effect on their hearts.
Tāpēc, ja visu pasauli atbraukšu šeit, viņi redzēs Mayapūru un tas būs tik ļoti liels efekts viņu prātiem.
So Prabhupada's saying like that. Then suddenly Prabhupada said, but the material world is so horrible.
Prabhupada tā runāja, bet tad viņš uzreiz pateica, bet materiālā pasaule ir tik briesmīga.
Prabhupada said, I didn't want to come.
Prabhupada teica, es negribēju nākt.
I didn't want to come, but Krishna told me, you must come.
Es negribēju nākt, bet Krishna man pateica, ka man ir jāsnāk.
Krishna said, they need your books.
Krishna teica, viņiem vajag tavas grāmatas.
And Prabhupada said, but, I just don't like this place. It's just not nice.
Prabhupada atbildēja viņam, ka man nepatīk tā vieta, viņa vienkārši nav jauka.
It's so horrible. I don't want to come.
Viņa ir tik briesmīga, es negribu iet tur.
And Prabhupada said, Krishna said, I insist.
Un Krishna teica, es uzstāju.
You must come.
Tev ir jāiet.
They have to get your books.
Viņiem ir jāsaņem tavas grāmatas.
So there was a few occasions, there were not many, but there were a few occasions when Prabhupada revealed certain aspects of himself and his background to some devotees.
Un jā, šie gadījumi nav daudz, bet viņi ir bijuši, kad Prabhupada atklāja bhaktām kaut kādus savus background, aizmugures noslēpumus.
Background. New Latvishki word. Anyway, it's all right. Okay. Yeah, Anyway, that's just a little insight, something for you to meditate on.
Lai kā tas ir tāds ieskats jums, uz ko meditēt.
Right, okay. Now, so I'm going to tell you a story personally told to me by Trivikram Swami.
Un tagad es jums pastāstīšu stāstu, ko man personīgi pastāstīja Trivikram Swami.
Did Trivikram Swami come here?
Vai Trivikram Swami nāk uz
Latvijā,
uz Latviju?
Riga? Yeah, I think he must have come.
Man liekas, ka viņš ir bija atnācis.
Yeah, right.
Viņš bija
Here.
nesen.
Here!
Šeit.
Oh, there. Okay.
Tajā ēkā.
It's a sanctified place.
Šeit ir tieši tā pati brīnišķīgā vieta.
Right, okay. So this is an interesting little pastime.
Tā bija ļoti interesanti mazā laika spīdus.
Prabhupada was in Vrindavan and Trivikram Maharaj happened to be there.
Prabhupada bija Vrindavanā un Trivikram Maharaj arī tur bija.
So Prabhupada, every day Prabhupada would have a massage.
Un katru dienu Prabhupādam tika taisīta masāža.
You know, the thing was that Srila Prabhupada had so Trivikram,
Trivikram Maharaj brīvprātīgi pieteicās, ka viņš taisītu šo masāžu.
he'd never done massage before.
Un viņš nekad pirms tam nebija taisījis masāžas.
So anyway, he asked Prabhupada, how's my massage? Is it okay?
Un pēc kādām 10 minūtēm viņš jautāja Prabhupādam, kā man sanāk, kā masāža, vai ir labi?
And Prabhupada said, yeah, it's good. It's strong massage is good.
Un Prabhupada atbildēja, ka jā, ir labi, un tāda stipra masāža ir labi.
So then Prabhupada said, in 1 week, I'm going to America.
Un tad Prabhupada teica, zini, pēc nedēļas es došos uz Ameriku.
And Trivikram Maharaj said, oh, Prabhupada, can I come with you?
Un Trivikram Maharaj teica, Prabhupada, vai es varu nākt ar jums? Braukt ar jums?
I'm learning massage.
Es tā kā mācos veikt masāžas.
You need someone who knows your massage, so I should come with you.
Un jums ir nepieciešams kāds, kas zina, kā jums veikt masāžas, tāpēc es domāju, ka es varētu braukt jums līdzi.
But Prabhupada said, no, it's okay. Upendra is there. He knows massage.
Un Prabhupada teica, ka nebūs labi, Upendra ir Amerikā un viņš zina, kā veikt masāžas.
So, okay. Next day, Trivikram Maharaj is doing the massage.
Un nākamajā dienā Trivikram Maharaj taisa masāžu.
And in the middle of the massage, he said, Prabhupada, I think I should come with you to America.
Un beidzot ar masāžu viņš saka, Prabhupada, ziniet, man liekas, ka man jābrauc jums līdz uz Ameriku.
Because I know, I'm really getting into the massage. I know how to do it.
Tāpēc, ka es saprotu, es izprotu, un man liekas, ka es ļoti labi spēju izpildīt šīs masāžas.
And Prabhupada said, no, it's all right. Upendra is there, he'll do it.
Un Prabhupada atbildēja, ka nē, ir viss kārtībā, Upendra ir tur, un viņš to varēs izdarīt.
So every day for this week, this is what happened.
Un visu šīs nedēļas laikā katru dienu notikās šis te viens un tas pats.
Finally, on the last day before Prabhupada left,
Un visbeidzot pēdējā dienā pirms Prabhupada devās,
Trivikram Maharaj said, Srila Prabhupada, I really think I should really come with you.
un Trivikram Maharaj teica, ka Prabhupada, ziniet, man liekas, ka tiešām man būtu jābrauc jums līdzi.
Because I'm used to doing the massage. I can do it nicely.
Tagad es esmu jau pieredzis un esmu atradis ar šīm te masāžām, un es varu tās izpildīt ļoti labi.
And Prabhupada, same thing, said, no, it's all right. Upendra can do it.
Un Prabhupada atbildēja ar to pašu, ka vienmēr, nē, viss kārtībā, Upendra var to izdarīt.
Trivikram Maharaj didn't know what to do. Another thing Trivikram Maharaj told me personally,
Vēl viena lieta, ko Trivikram Maharaj man personīgi stāstīja,
that he was just a very new boy at that time.
un viņš tad bija ļoti jauns tajā laikā.
It's like 1967, 1968.
Apmēram 1967. vai 68. gads. Viņš neko neteica.
When right in the early days, one of the times Prabhupada landed And Jagganath and Prabhupada and spun around 160 degrees and put Prabhupada down. Okay, yeah, right. I don't know if any of you have distributed books in the streets. If you want to develop humility, I have some advice. Go and distribute books on the streets. And I tell you what, you meet all sorts of people. So this devotee one time, Siddhanta's his name, he's kind of famous, he makes videos, Krishna conscious videos. He said to Prabhupada, I was out distributing books today. And one man, he shouted at me, you're a parasite. Why don't you get a job? Do something useful. And Siddhanta was a little disturbed by that. And Prabhupada said, a rich man, does he work? We are rich men. We don't work. And we're children of Krishna. He's the richest man. So we're Krishna's sons, so we don't have to work. Anyway, just remember that if anyone sort of doesn't appreciate that you're not working. You know, to be honest, I haven't worked for a little more than 50 years. I moved into the temple in London, January the 7th, 1973. Where were you on January the 7th, 1973? You were born there. You were in your previous lifetime. Okay. Yeah, so I retired. What do you say? Na pensia, da? Yeah. Когда я был 21 год. When I was 21. Yeah. Na pensia, bez pensia. Went on pension without a pension. See, because he doesn't understand. Yeah, right. And I haven't worked since then. But look at me. I haven't starved to death yet. In fact, the problem in Krishna consciousness is not where will I get food. Problem is there's too much prasada. I tell you what. Yeah. I just went up and had some really nice prasada. Anyway, yeah, you got to watch, when you're a devotee, watch your cholesterol level. Here's an interesting little story. There was one devotee in America named Jagganath Das. and he died in a car crash.
Un viņš nomira autoavārijā.
And he was just a young married man in his early 20s.
Un viņš bija jauns, precēts vīrs, savos 20 gadu.
And when he died like that, his wife was just devastated.
Kad viņš nomira, viņa sieva bija satriekta ļoti.
And Prabhupada said to her, "Don't worry, Jagganath has gone back to Godhead. You can meet him there in the future."
Un Prabhupada teica, nesatraucies, Jagganath tās ir aizgājis atpakaļ pie Krišnas un varēs viņu satikt nākotnē.
And so anyway, he spent some time with her. Then she went out. And when she went out, one of the young men who had stayed in the room with Prabhupada after the wife went out,
Bet pēc kaut kādām pāris dienām viens no baktām, kas bija palicis kopā ar Prabhupada pēc tam, kad Jagganath sieva bija aizgājusi ārā no šīs istabas.
he said that after the wife went out, Prabhupada said that actually Jagganath was not ready to go back to Godhead.
Un viņš teica, ka Prabhupada teica, ka patiesībā Jagganath vēl nebija īsti gatavs, lai dotos atpakaļ pie Krišnas.
But Krishna made an exception and took him back anyway.
Bet Krišna uztaisīja maz izņēmumu un paņēma šā vai tā viņa pie sevis.
So that's causeless mercy, Prabhupada's mercy.
Šī ir tāda beztēloņa žēlstība, Prabhupada žēlstība.
You know, Prabhupada had such insight. He could say, he could understand things like this, and therefore he could tell us things like that.
Prabhupadam bija šīs spēja saprast šādas lietas, jau līdz to viņš varēja mums stāstīt par šādām lietām.
So, okay, just a sec, let's have a look here. Adna Minuta. Okay, here's an interesting one.
Lūk, vēl viens interesants.
This is from a devotee named Bhakti Charu Swami.
Un šis ir no Bhaktas, kuru sauc Bhakti Charu Swami.
Maybe you heard of him.
Varbūt esat par viņu dzirdējuši.
Really nice devotee, gosh.
Riktīgi jauks Bhakta.
But he got COVID and he passed away.
Bet viņš saslimā ar Covid un viņš atstāja ķermeni.
So anyway, he was traveling with Prabhupada and he was cooking for Prabhupada.
Lai vai kā, viņš ceļoja kopā ar Prabhupādu un viņš gatavoja arī ēdienas Prabhupādam.
And Prabhupada taught him how to make a particular type of Indian preparation.
Un Prabhupada viņu apmācīja, kā veikt īpašu šo te Indijas kaut kādu ēdienu.
It's called, the style of cooking is called chachari.
Un šis gatavošanas veids ir saukts par chachari.
You heard of chachari?
Esat
No.
dzirdējuši par chachari, ne?
You heard of chachari? No. Can you cook? Okay. All right. Yeah, what you do with chachari, you use, well in this case, a lot of mustard oil.
Un chachari, tā kā pagatavošanas princips ir, ka jūs lietojat ļoti daudz sinepju eļļas.
You know, like that much.
Apmēram šitik daudz.
Really a lot.
Ļoti daudz.
And a lot of red chili.
Un ļoti daudz sarkanā čili.
Extase. You should see Yogesh Chandra's got this red chili pickle.
Yogesh Chandra ļoti garšo
Oh,
šādi.
he got it from you. It's a killer. I tell you, you may not survive if you take some.
Un ir tāds, ka pēc tā arī var neizdzīvot.
So yeah, all this oil, mustard oil, which is, wow, it's heavy, powerful stuff. And then all these chilies, like 20 red chilies.
Tik ļoti daudz šīs sinepju eļļas, kas ir ļoti smaga, un tad vēl apmēram 20 šie te čili.
And then you cook it really hard, really like hot flame.
Un tad jūs viņu riktīgi karstu sacepiet.
Until a crust starts, until it just almost starts burning on the bottom.
Un tik jūs viņu sapat, ka katru dibenā ir jau nedaudz gandrīz vai pieredzes.
Then you turn it over
Tad jūs pagriežat otrādi.
and let it almost burn again.
Un tad jūs ļaujat, lai tas atkal vēlreiz sadeg.
It's powerful stuff.
Ļoti spēcīga lieta.
Watch out, a posner. So he cooked it, and Prabhupada ate it, and he was really happy.
Un viņš jau pēc cepa un Prabhupada ēda, un viņš bija ļoti svanīgi domāja, ka Prabhupada ir slims, es nevaru liet.
25 red chilies. It's far. All that oil, you need the chili to burn away the oil.
Mums ir vajadzīgi visu šo čili, lai aizdedzinātu tā kā projām, lai aizvāktu šo visu eļu.
So, Prabhupada got really upset.
Prabhupada bija ļoti sabēdājies par šo.
For the next 3 days, when anyone came in to visit Prabhupada, he told them about it.
Un turpmākās 3 dienas, kad jebkurš gāja pie Prabhupadas, viņš dabūja klausīties šo te stāstu.
He pointed to him, said, "You see this boy here?"
Un viņš norādīja uz viņu un teica, "Jūs redzat šo te jaunekli?"
And he explained what he did, and it's terrible.
Un tad viņš paskaidroja, ko viņš izdarīja, un saka, tas ir briesmīgi.
So, like 20 people a day, he explained this whole thing to.
Un viņš to stāstīja apmēram 20 cilvēkiem dienā šo te stāstu.
So in the end, Bhakti Churu Maharaj apologized to Prabhupada.
Un Bhakti Churu Maharaj atvainojās Prabhupadam.
That I thought your stomach was not good because you were sick.
Un viņš teica, ka man likās, ka jūsu vēders nepanesīja šo, jūs esat slims.
And Prabhupada forgave him.
Un Prabhupada viņam piedeva.
There's another devotee, really nice devotee. Gee. He's American, but he's living in India. His name is Tejas.
Un ir vēl kāds bhakta, viņš ir ļoti jauks bhakta, viņš ir amerikānis, bet dzīvo Indijā, viņu sauc Tejas.
So one day Tejas was living in the Delhi temple.
Un tad vienu dienu Prabhupada Teji gan dzīvoja šajā Delhi templī.
Delhi, yeah. And the cook, Prabhupada's cook, was sick.
Un Prabhupadas pavārs bija saslims.
So Prabhupada asked Tejas, "Can you cook upma?"
Un Prabhupada jautāja, Tejas, vai jūs varat uzcept upmu?
Malum hai. Malum hai. Malum hai, yes. Upma's nice. So Tejas said, "Yes, Prabhupada, somewhat."
Un Tejas atbildēja, jā, Prabhupada, kaut kā varēšu.
So he thought, let me go, this is in Delhi, let me go around the corner, there's a big vegetarian restaurant.
Un viņš domāja, es apiešu tā kā aiz stūra, tur ir liels veģetārais restorāns.
7 star.
7 zvaigznes.
Anyway, real super duper vegetarian restaurant.
Viens super duper veģetārais restorāns.
No onions, no garlic.
Bez sīpoliem, bez ķiplokiem.
Piyaj, nay. And so he went there and spoke to the chief cook.
Viņš aizgāja tur un parunāja ar šefpāru.
And got this topmost 7 star recipe for upma.
Un viņš uzzināja šo te superīgo 7 zvaigžņu upmas recepti.
And he cooked it for Prabhupada.
Un viņš to pagatavoja Prabhupadam.
It was so rich and heavy. On top, there was a layer of ghee, like 2 centimeters thick.
Tā bija tik bagātīga un bieza, un pa virsu bija tik bieza kārta ar giju, apmēram 2 centimetru biezumā.
And he served it to Prabhupada for lunch.
Un viņš to pasniedza Prabhupadam tā kā launagā.
It was all Prabhupada had for lunch.
Un tas bija viss, ko Prabhupada dabūja šajā launagā.
So normally when Prabhupada had lunch, he would eat a bit, he'd eat maybe half of what was there, and the rest he would leave.
Un parasti, kad Prabhupada mielojās Lamnagā, viņš apēda tikai kaut ko nedaudz no tā, kas viņam tur visu bija, un pārējo atstāja.
But this time Prabhupada ate all the upma.
Bet šajā reizē Prabhupada apēda visu upmu.
And he asked, is there some more?
Un viņš jautāja, vai ir vēl palicis?
So Tejas brought some more.
Un Tejas atnes vēl.
And Prabhupada was eating.
Un Prabhupada ēda un ēda.
And he ate all of it.
Un viņš apēda atkal visu.
And he asked again, is there some more?
Un viņš pajautāja vēl, vai ir vēl?
So he ate all of it. There was nothing left.
Un viņš apēda viņu pilnībā visu, un tur nekas vairs nebija palicis.
Next morning, Prabhupada didn't get up so early like he usually did.
Un nākamajā rītā Prabhupada nevarēja piecelties tik agri, kā viņš parasti cēlās.
He got up maybe 5 o'clock or something.
Viņš piecēlās aptuveni 5. apmēram.
Took a bath, got dressed, and then went out for his morning walk.
Nomazgājās, apģērbās un tad gāja savā rīta pastaigā.
So there, on the morning walks, there's few senior devotees, sannyasis and so on.
Sannyasi, daži vecākie vaišnavi.
And Tejas Prabhupada would walk fast.
Parasti Prabhupada gāja ļoti ātri.
Today he walked very slow.
Un tajā dienā viņš gāja ļoti lēnām.
And at one point he stopped,
Un kādā brīdī viņš apstājās,
turned around to face the small yesterday. He tried to kill me.
un viņš pagriezās un viņš teica, ka tas jaunieklis, kas vakardien man pagatavoja upmu, viņš mēģināja man nogalināt.
And Tejas, it's like, and all the devotees looked at Tejas.
Un Tejas rēģēja kā makara šādī, un pārējie visi skatījās uz Tejas.
And Prabhupada said, yes, the upma he made was so nice, I ate too much.
Un Prabhupada teica, jā, šī te upma, ko viņš pagatavoja, bija tik laba, ka es pārēdos.
And my stomach is upset.
Un mans vēders ir nedaudz dusmīgs.
One time, Tejas, the same Tejas, he was a prominent devotee. He was temple president in Delhi.
Un kādreiz Tejas, kurš savulaik bija ļoti augsti situēts vaišnavs, viņš bija tempļa prezidents Delhi.
And at that time, there was like a thing amongst the senior men. You should take sannyas.
Un tajā laikā starp vecākajiem vīriešu vaišnaviem bija tāda doma, ka ir jāpieņem sannyas.
And they even had a mantra,
Viņiem pat bija mantra.
like a device. Take sannyas, not grihas.
Viņiem tāda mantra. Pieņemiet sannyas un nepieņemiet grihas.
So some of these senior men who had taken sannyas, now they're pressing Tejas, go on, you must take sannyas.
Un tagad daži no tiem vecākajiem vaišnaviem, kas jau bija pieņēmuši sannyas, viņi tā kā spieda uz Tejas, ka arī viņam jāpieņem ir sannyas.
So he went in to see Prabhupada to ask him.
Un viņš aizgāja pie Prabhupadas, lai pajautātu.
So he said, Srila Prabhupada, a number of my godbrothers have taken sannyas. They say I should. So will you please give me sannyas?
Un viņš teica Prabhupādam, Prabhupada, man ir daži no vecākajiem garīgiem brāļiem ir pieņēmuši sannyas, un tagad viņi saka, ka arī man jāpieņem sannyas. Tagad lūdzu, vai jūs man iedosiet sannyas?
And Prabhupada said, you have a very nice wife. She's a very good devotee.
Un Prabhupada teica, jums ir ļoti laba sieva, viņa ir ļoti laba bakta.
You don't need to take sannyas.
Tev nevajag pieņemt sannyas.
You can preach with her.
Var sludināt kopā ar viņu.
And Tejas is trying to sort of argue that, well, I could preach better.
Labāk sludināties būs sannyasi. Viņš paņēma vienu apelsīnu.
And he said, take this.
Viņš teica, paņem šo.
So now Tejas got an orange. But he's still trying to argue with Prabhupada.
Un Tejas tika paņēma to apelsīnu, bet joprojām mēģināja strīdēties ar Prabhupādu.
Prabhupada took one banana.
Prabhupada paņēma vienu banānu.
Prabhupada said, take this.
Un paņem šo.
Now it's orange and banana.
Tagad ir apelsīns un banāns.
Tejas tried to argue further.
Tejas mēģināja turpināt strīdēties. Paņem šo.
Before he knew it, Tejas had both hands completely full of fruit. It was overflowing.
Tejas tika mēģinājums iziet savu mazo celiņu pie starp baktām.
Now he's in the middle of the room.
Tagad viņš ir istabas vidū.
In front of Prabhupada, many devotees there.
Prabhupāds priekšā un apkārt ir ļoti daudz Vaishnavu.
Prabhupada said, Tejas Maharaj.
Prabhupada teica, Tejas Maharaj.
In front of, and everyone laughed.
Visi priekšā un visi smējās.
Another time, Prabhupada went to meet some very rich man in Delhi. And he introduced Tejas to the man. And you know what he said? This is Tejas. He is our temple president in Delhi. He is very intelligent. You can see he has very big ears. Haribol. Maybe. Well, how many of you were there in Leela Varda the other night? Well, yeah, you were there. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Is it okay with you if I tell the joke that Prabhupada told? Is that all right?
Yeah.
It's all right. The rest of you, it's good you're sitting down. Should fasten your seat belts. So Prabhupada told this joke that one devotee, a stalwart ISKCON devotee, one night had a big feast. Not very staunch, silny, predny. Late at night. Right. And last thing he had was one big samosa. Golden brown and glowing. And he ate the whole thing. Then he was finished. And he just crashed. In the morning he woke up. And immediately, first thing, must run to the toilet. And he passed stool in the toilet. Oh, Hare Krishna. And he got up and he turned around and he spoke to the stool in the toilet. And he said, look at you. You're horrible. It's so smelly. And the stool replied to the devotee, don't you talk about me like that. Last night, I was that samosa you had at the end. But after just one night's association with you, look what happened to me. Hare Krishna. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah, you know, Prabhupada was very, very compassionate and sensitive to the suffering of the conditioned souls.
Prabhupada bija ļoti līdzjūtīgs un līdzcietīgs pret šiem te dzīvo būtņu ciešanām.
When the devotees were building the temple in Juhu, Bombay,
Kad Bhaktis būvēja templi Juhu, Bombajā,
the one devotee, he had to go in every day and speak to the city officials to get permissions for this and that and many things.
Un bija viens bhakti, kuram katru dienu bija jāiet runāties ar pilsētas vadību, ar ierēdzi.
One day he went in there and showed the plans to the people.
Un vienu dienu viņš gāja un rādīja šos te plānus cilvēkiem.
And they said, you must change the driveway.
Un viņš teica, jums ir jāizmaina šis te ceļš, jāpamaina.
You must make the driveway bigger.
Un mums ir jātaisa šis ceļš lielāks.
So the devotee, the architect, came back and showed Prabhupada the plan that they wanted.
Un šis te bhakti arhitekts, viņš atnāca atpakaļ pie Prabhupādas un parādīja Prabhupādam plānu, kādu viņi to gribēja.
And Prabhupada said, but there is a tree in the middle of where they want the road.
Un Prabhupāda atbildēja, bet kur ir koks tajā vietā, kur viņi grib šo te ceļu.
And the architect said, well, you know, they say that we have to do it like this, we'll have to cut down the tree.
Un šis arhitekts atbildēja, ziniet, bet viņi tā kā liek mums to darīt, mums jācērt tas koks nost.
And Prabhupada said, but you must go and tell them, it is against our religion to cut down trees.
Un Prabhupada teica, ka tev ir jāiet atpakaļ un jāpasaka viņiem, ka tas koku nociršana ir pretrunā ar mūsu reliģiju.
So the devotee went and told them.
Un šis bhakti aizgāja un pastāstīja to.
And they allowed him to change the plans a little, so the road went around the tree.
Un šis padomu atļāva viņam izmainīt šos te plānus, lai ceļš iet apkārt tam kokam.
And so now the tree is still there in the middle of the road.
Un tas koks joprojām atrodas tur ceļa vidū.
And you can go there and you can see that tree even now.
Un jūs pat tieši šobrīd varat tur iet, aizbraukt un šo koku ieraudzīt.
And know that Srila Prabhupada saved the life of that tree.
Un saprotot to, ka Srila Prabhupada izglāba šī te koka dzīvību.
One time, when Prabhupada was in Vrindavan,
Kādreiz, kad Prabhupada bija Vrindavanā,
then Shrutakirti Prabhu was serving him.
Viņam kalpoja Shrutakirti Prabhu.
And Prabhupada came into Srila Prabhupada called him into the room.
Srila Prabhupada viņu iesauca istabā.
And Prabhupada pointed into the middle of the room and said, you see that?
Un Prabhupada norādīja uz istabas vidu un jautāja, vai tu to redzi?
And Shrutakirti looked there, he just saw the floor.
Un Shrutakirti uz turienu pastījās, viņš redzēja tikai vīru.
And he said, no, you see, look, you see there? There's a bug there.
Un viņš teica, nē, skaties, tur ir kukainis.
Just some little, one of these little crawling bugs.
Un kāds no tiem, kas tāds maziņi, kas rāpo.
Prabhupada said, I have been watching him for half an hour.
Un Prabhupada teica, es uz viņu vēroju pusstundu jau.
He has not moved for half an hour.
Un viņš teica, viņš nav pakustējies veselu pusstundu.
He is hungry.
Viņš ir izsaucis.
Get a maha flour and feed it to him.
Paņēma lūdzu mahā miltus un pabaro viņu.
So Shrutakirti went, found one maha flour, put it in front of the bug.
Un Shrutakirti aizgāja atrast nevis mahā miltus, bet mahā puķi un iedeva šo ziedu kukainim.
And the bug started eating the flour.
Un šis kukainis sāk ēst puķi.
And he ate the flour, and then he went walking off.
Un viņš paēda šo puķi un pēc tam gāja tālāk.
So we just see Prabhupada's.
Līdzjūtība arī pret tādu mazu būtni.
One time in Mayapur, this one devotee was standing guard outside Prabhupada's door. And the devotees told him, don't let anyone in. So there he is. He's watching some devotees. After a little while, suddenly he heard Srila Prabhupada in the room. Prabhupada's talking. Prabhupada's preaching to Prabhupada said, "You're not this body. Why do you think you're this body? You must understand your spirit soul." What happened? Someone got in. It's impossible. So he went in to see what had happened. There's Prabhupada speaking, but there's no one there. There was a mouse there. This little mouse is sitting up like this, hearing from Prabhupada. One day, this one devotee, he had just started serving Prabhupada the day before. But he was so morning to night, and he couldn't finish his rounds. He did 14 rounds, but he was so tired he went to sleep. And his idea was, next day, okay, no problem, I'll do the extra 2 rounds. So he woke up the next morning, went in to see Prabhupada. First thing Prabhupada said, guess what Prabhupada said? Are you chanting your rounds? And the devotee said, well, yes, Prabhupada, I've never not chanted my rounds. But yesterday, I was so busy, I could only do 14, but I'll do the extra 2. And Prabhupada said that when you chant your rounds, then if there is some difficulty and you start falling down, Krishna will hold you up. Just like a mother with her child. Child is learning how to walk. But then the child starts falling over. But the mother grabs the child and holds the child up. So Prabhupada said it's the same with chanting. If you're completing your 16 rounds, but then you start getting into some difficulty, Krishna will hold you up and he'll not allow you to fall down. And then Prabhupada, I don't know if you've seen pictures sometimes, Prabhupada's eyes are wide open when he's making a point. Prabhupada said, but if you were not chanting 16 rounds a day, your whereabouts are unknown.
jūsu atrašanās vieta ir nezināma.
And you'll definitely fall down.
Jūs noteikti nokritīsiet.
Yeah. So, Prabhupada, sometimes he was very radical.
Un jā, ziniet, Prabhupada dažreiz bija ļoti radikāls.
Yeah. Let's see. Prabhupada was with devotees in Vrindavan.
Prabhupada bija kopā ar Bhaktām Vrindavanā.
And they went to see Radha Raman.
Viņi gāja apskatīt Radha Ramanu.
I don't know if you know Radha Raman, it's a very old deity. And Prabhupada remarked to the devotees, these conch-shell eyes are very nice.
Un Prabhupada tā kā izteica tādu piezīmi, ka, ziniet, Bhaktām, kad šīs te liemežnīcas acis ir ļoti skaistas.
And one of the ladies, Mother Lakshmi Moni, said, maybe we could use conch-shell eyes for Radha Shamsunda in our temple.
Un tad viena no Mataģī, kas tur bija, Lakshmi Mona, teica, ka, ziniet, varbūt mēs varētu izmantot šīs tik liemežnīcas acis mūsu Radha Shamsunda, mūsu templī.
So Mother Lakshmi Moni really, Prabhupada said, yes, maybe like that.
Prabhupada teica, jā, varbūt tās.
A few days later, Lakshmi Moni said to Prabhupada, should I get some conch-shell eyes for Shamsunda?
Un dažs dienas vēlāk Lakshmi Moni Mataģī teica Prabhupādam, Prabhupada jautāja Prabhupādam, varbūt tās var mums paņemt tās liemežnīcas acis priekš Shamsunda.
Prabhupada said, no, we will see. A few days later, she said again, Prabhupada, I can get some nice conch-shell eyes for Shamsunda.
Un dažs dienas vēlāk viņa teica Prabhupādam, ziniet, liemežnīcas acis.
And Prabhupada said, well, I think his eyes are nice the way they are.
Un Prabhupada atbildēja, ziniet, man liekas, ka tās acis ir
really nice conch-shell eyes. I think we can get them for Shamsunda.
Un dažs dienas vēlāk viņa atkal teica, ziniet, Prabhupada, es redzēju šodien ļoti skaistas šīs tik liemežnīcas acis, un mēs viņas varētu nopirkt priekš Shamsunda.
And Prabhupada said, Prabhupada's Gazal,
Un Prabhupada teica,
fine the way they are.
un viņa acis ir ļoti labas tādas tā kā viņas ir.
She didn't say anything more
Neko vairāk nespēja pateikt.
about that. Yeah, okay. Well, let me just see here. One last story.
Un paskatīsimies vēl vienu pēdējo stāstu.
There was an argument, an argument between Yamuna Devi Dasi and Madhu Dvisa Swami.
Un kādreiz bija izcēlies strīds starp Yamuna Devi Dasi un Madhu
Dvisa Swami.
Swami.
Madhu Dvisa was saying, Krishna and Balaram are equal, they're the same.
Un Madhu Dvisa teica, ka Krishna un Balaram viņi ir līdzvērtīgi, viņi ir viens un tas pats.
There's just a difference of color,
Ir tikai krāsu atšķirība.
but it doesn't matter, they're the same.
Bet tas ir pilnīgi vienalga, jo viņi ir viens un tas pats.
And Yamuna said, no. Krishna is the only enjoyer of Radharani,
Un Yamuna teica, nē, Krishna ir vienīgais, kurš bauda Radharani,
not Balaram.
ne Balaram.
So they're not the same.
Tātad viņi nav viens un tas pats, viņi nav līdzīgi.
So, back and forth, it's a real argument.
Un šis tas strīds turpinās turp šurpu.
So Tamal Krishna Goswami took them in to see Prabhupada.
Un samā Krishna Goswami ieaicināja viņus kopā, lai viņi varētu satikt Prabhupādu.
And Tamal Krishna Goswami said to Prabhupada,
Un tamā Krishna Goswami teica Prabhupādam,
Madhu Dvisa Swami says, Krishna and Balaram are equal. It's just a difference of color, doesn't matter, they're equal.
Viņš saka, ka Madhu Dvisa Swami apgalvo, ka Krishna un Balaram ir viens un tas pats, ir tikai krāsu atšķirība, bet viņi ir viens un tas pats.
Prabhupada said, he's right.
Un Prabhupada atbildēja, ka viņam ir taisnība.
Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but Mother Yamuna says they're not equal because Krishna is the only enjoyer of Radharani.
Un tomēr Krishna Goswami saka nākamo, ka bet Yamuna Mataji apgalvo, ka vienīgais, kas bauda Radharani, ir Krishna, tātad viņi nav līdzvērtīgi.
And Prabhupada said, she's right.
Un Prabhupada atbildēja, viņai taisnība.
And Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but Prabhupada, they can't both be right.
Un tomēr Krishna Goswami saka, Prabhupada, viņiem abiem nevar būt taisnība.
Prabhupada said, you're right.
Prabhupada saka, tev taisnība.
Then Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but Prabhupada, how can we understand this?
Tamā Krishna Goswami saka, ka bet Prabhupada, kā lai mēs to saprotam?
Prabhupada just shrugged his shoulders
Prabhupada paraustīja pats.
and said, you decide.
Izdomā pats.
In other words, the answer is Hare Krishna.
Citiem vārdos sakot, atbilde ir Hare Krishna.
Some things, all you can say is Hare Krishna.
Bet par dažām lietām vienkārši var pateikt Hare Krishna.
Yeah, okay. Last one, I'll tell you the last one.
Un vēl pēdējais, es pastāstīšu jums pēdējo.
Let's see. Right. Okay. Prabhupada was being interviewed in Mayapur
Kaut kad Prabhupada bija devis interviju Maipurā
by some local, newspaper reporter.
Viņi intervēja kāds vietējā laikraksta reportieris.
And the man said, you're investing so much money here on this side of the river, but many people say the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya is on the other side of the river.
Un šis cilvēks jautāja Prabhupādam, ziniet, jūs ļoti daudz ieguldat naudas šajā pusē upei, taču daudz cilvēku apgalvo, ka kungs Chaitanya ir piedzimis tieši otrā pusē šai upei.
So you may be wasting your money.
Tad iespējams jūs vienkārši izšķiežat savu naudu.
You're building a temple on the wrong side of the river.
Jūs ceļiet templus nepareizajā upes pusē.
But Prabhupada said, no. We have their histories, and it's very clear. This is where Lord Chaitanya appeared, on this side.
Un Prabhupada teica, ka nē, mums ir skaidra šī vēsture, un mums ir ļoti skaidrs, ka kungs Chaitanya piedzimis tieši šajā pusē.
But the man said, but there's so many people who say the birthplace is on the other side.
Un šis cilvēks teica, bet saprotiet, ka ir tik daudz cilvēku, kas apgalvo, kad viņš piedzimis ir tieši otrā pusē.
You may be wasting your money.
Jūs varbūt izšķiežat savu naudu.
Building on the wrong side.
Ceļot nepareizajā pusē.
Prabhupada pointed to some of his American disciples.
Prabhupada norādīja uz saviem amerikāņu mācekļiem.
And he said, you see these men? They are American.
Tāpēc jūs redzat šos vīrus, viņi ir amerikāņi.
Do you think they would make a bad investment?
Es domāju, ka viņi ieguldīs naudu, kur pagadās.
And the man said, okay. He accepted that.
Viņš teica, skaidrs, tagad es saprotu.
Another time, Prabhupada in Bombay, Prabhupada was meeting with a man who was a meat-eating fanatic.
Kāds citreiz Prabhupada tikās ar vīru Bombajā, un šis vīrs bija gaļas ēšanas fanātiķis.
He's saying, look at all these young Indian men. They're so skinny. It's because they're vegetarian. They should eat meat.
Un šis vīrs teica, ka liku pastieties uz jūsu indiešu vīriem. Viņi ir tik tievi, kaulaini, viņiem vajadzētu ēst gaļu, tāpēc, ka viņi vegetārieši.
And Prabhupada's saying, no, be strong.
Un Prabhupada teica, nē, jūs varat sekot vegetārajai diētai.
In the room. Anyway, the man kept on saying, no, you must eat meat to be strong.
Un šis vīrs turpināja uzstāt, ka nē, ka jums...
Then in the room with Prabhupada was Brahmananda.
Un kopā ar Prabhupada šajā istabā bija Brahmananda.
Really big man.
Ļoti liels cilvēks.
and previously the heavyweight New York.
Un iepriekš viņš bija smagsvara cīņā čempions
Of New York.
Ņujorkā.
And Prabhupada pointed to him.
Un Prabhupada norādīja uz viņu.
Said, you see this man? He is vegetarian.
Teicu, jūs redzat šo te vīru, viņš ir veģetārietis.
He can kill you with one hand.
Viņš var jūs nogalināt ar vienu roku.
So that was the end of that.
Un tā bija šīs diskusijas beigas.
Okay. Okay, one last one.
Un vēl pēdējo.
That Prabhupada's in the airport, he's flying off somewhere,
Un Prabhupada atrodas lidostā, viņš uz kaut kuriem dodas.
and there are a couple of hundred devotees in the airport.
Pāris simti bakti atrodas lidostā.
They're sort of taken over the airport,
Viņi tā kā pārņēmuši lidostu.
and they're sitting in all the seats. There's no seats for other people.
Un viņi sēž visos krēslos, un tur nav vairs citu krēslu, kur apsēsties cilvēkiem.
So one of the officials came and spoke to the local GBC.
Un kāds no oficiālajiem pārstāvjiem gāja runāt ar vietējo GBC.
Can you get your people to just sit on one side so that other people can sit on the other side?
Viņš nevar piedāvāt savus cilvēkus, lai viņi sēž vienā pusē, lai citi cilvēki var izmantot šos sēdvietas otrā pusē.
So Prabhupada's sitting, on that side.
Prabhupada sēž tā kā šajā pusē,
This devotee stands up on a seat
un šis bakts tā kā pieceļās no savas sēdvietas.
and says, all attention, all devotees.
Uzmanību visiem baktām.
Can all the devotees please move over to this side?
Vai visi bakti varētu pārvietoties uz šo pusi?
So the devotee starts standing up and moving across.
Un bakti sāk celties kājās un pārvietoties.
Prabhupada's sitting over here.
Un Prabhupada sēž tur.
And the GBC say, yeah, can't move along, move across, come on, come on.
Un GBC saka, ejiet, kustieties, turpiniet.
And now all the devotees moved across.
Un visi bakti ir pārgājuši otrā pusē.
He turned around so he can go and sit back with Prabhupada.
Un viņš pagriezās